book club meeting, yay. So before we talk about the episodes in particular, this was my favorite set of episodes. This was such a good set of episodes.
Yeah, for sure.
I enjoyed it, yeah.
I do think these were the best set. I think you got to see a lot of the characteristics between a lot of the character development between Wenli and Reinhardt in their opinion of their country. And it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, on top of that, basically everything up to this point now is very clearly, oh, this was all prequel building up to this. This is the first actual arc of the show, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's interesting because we're still not, in grand scheme of the entire show, we're not that far into it, and they're almost close to taking over their entire representative sides.
Well, they have to do that for the
Yeah.
grand military conflict between the two of them, so I guess this is still technically, like, prologue to the actual story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This is like the prologue arc, whereas everything else was like the pre-prologue introductory section.
Yeah.
How they got
That
their
was one of the
power.
notes- That was one of the notes I had, is that it's like, how bad can their civilizations get and still keep chugging along? Like it feels like they're on like string and straw. It's like they're just barely holding on, but
They can just
somehow
throw
they
like
just-
3 million lives at a YOLO attempt at a battle, and like, yes, society still functions. It's like, oh,
yeah.
I feel like that's the equivalent of like if the U.S. in the Iran war just like threw 20,000 foot soldiers and they just all died like right now. Like I think that would cause more of a commotion than what the commotion happened for the 3 million that
Yeah.
randomly die in these battles.
I am surprised, at how little backlash they have. I guess people are still really, really patriotic. I wonder if that'll change in the future, where people start hating the war, even if they're losing.
I mean,
Seems
we
like
saw
it's the
that on the
opposite, though.
Alliance side, that people are hating the war.
Which side,
Alliance has
sorry?
the Alliance side has a lot of people who hate the war.
And I think the
Yeah.
Imperial side also has a lot of people who like don't, because it's more of a dictatorship anyways, so they don't really trust each other or the government.
We've not really seen
Yeah.
anything from any sort of common man on the Empire side.
No,
Like, it's all nobles that we always see.
The closest we get are like lesser nobles because of Reinhardt and his connections.
Yeah.
Well, I guess no,
Yeah,
we
it's
did
not
see
like
some of
the
the common
Alliance
man
side.
from the episodes before this set where the Alliance was invading and they were going to the planets. But those are like outer
True.
ring planets that we saw.
True.
We haven't seen any like core world, like main guarded places.
I guess it's also to say like what their governments are, because a democracy is supposed to be more for the people, while the monarchy, the empire side is more for the nobles. So it would make sense that we would see more of the average person's opinions on the Alliance side.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So to talk about the actual episodes, I guess the first half of this episode was just wrapping up last book club, and then the second half is sort of setting up for this meeting.
Yeah. I think for the first half, I think I'm gonna stop complaining about the tactics. I think I'm past the point of like these tactics don't make a fucking sense at all.
I mean, some of them make like a you don't think about it fully sense, where like, yeah, if you just like accept that this is the level they're at, sure.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, Spider-Man doesn't make sense, but if you turn your brain off, it's a good movie. Like, I think that's what I have to go through moving forward with those tactics.
Oh, that's not on
But
episode 16, though, right?
Well,
the comment I have is Wenli was surrounded, and then he's like holding there, waiting for all of his troops to run away, and then he just blasts a hole somehow, even though he's been getting attacked this entire time, blasts a hole and then just moves past them, and it's like they're just like stand still doing nothing.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Whatever.
they just
Alright,
they like needle push through a section of the fleet and get behind them. That's a common thing in this show.
Yeah, again, you have to
Yeah.
imagine, as if, I think Polu said maybe in the first meeting, where it's like, you have to imagine these are all just boats. These are not ships, these are not in space.
I also
know,
think
Yeah.
but-
visually it's deceptive. I choose to imagine that they're actually like all the ships are way farther apart than they're visually shown.
But they are, but they're boats too. So when they move, it takes a long time. Whatever. I'm done.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, you do just have to give a suspension of disbelief on how shit works,
Yeah,
on how
Yeah.
tactics work, how the technology works. Because if you're gonna be nitpicky about that, you're not gonna enjoy shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's just probably because it was my job to do
Yeah.
tactics. So yeah.
No, you're an
anyway.
actual military person, so it makes sense that you're like, okay, this is fucking stupid. No one would do this.
Yeah, yeah. I just gotta stop. Yeah.
I can't.
Muckenberger on the Alliance side has a line that I really like where he finally compliments that Reinhardt is a good tactician. He was not just under his sister's skirt as what he used to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. I
Hey, it's
like
cool.
from
It's
the first
progress.
half that we're. I think they're building up to the fact that the main way Reinhardt, because I think Wenley's gonna win in the end, and I think Reinhardt's
Yeah.
gonna lose because he's been shown to not be emotionally stable in key moments sometimes, and I feel like what's gonna happen is Siegfried's gonna die at some point, and there's gonna be no one to rein him in, and that's gonna fuck him over, and he's gonna lose to Wenley at the end.
Yeah,
Completely agree. That's
Oh,
very
yeah.
foreshadowed.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say it's probably foreshadowed, or yeah, I don't know. I think the other foreshadowing is that Reinhardt does go insane, and then Kirchiais has to like
Turn
knock
on
him
him.
down. Yeah, turn on him.
I could see that happening. I could see Oberstein completely fulfilling the corruption arc.
I see 25% that. I think 40% what I just said, where Siegfried dies and then Reinhardt
Yeah,
loses because there's no one to stop him from getting emotional.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I think Pika's is much more likely as well. I agree.
I think Kirchiais is slowly getting replaced by Oberstein. I
Yeah.
do think Kirchiais will either get fired or he's not going to be there for Reinhardt. I think that's my take on that. I don't think. Yeah, that's what sorry.
I don't think this show ever continues with Reinhardt and Kirchiais together. Like one
No.
way or another, he's going away. Either he's
I'm
dying, he's
thinking like
turning.
around episode 70, 80 is when they pull the trigger on that.
Yeah, I
What
could see that.
about Wenley's Julian or the girl
Greenhill.
Jessie or something? Greenhill.
Oh, Jessica
Yeah.
Edwards or Greenhill?
No, I was thinking of Greenhill.
The
Yeah.
assistant,
You think
yeah.
anything is gonna happen to them? You think?
I feel like Greenhill's being set up as Wenley's love interest, and
Yeah. Okay.
I think maybe something could happen to the kid.
So if you guys are taking a look at my notes, I did like reorganize my characters. I have Reinhardt at the top, I have Wenley at the top, and I have all the people that they like directly report to them underneath it, just to like help out me keeping track of what characters are talking to what characters on a common basis on
Yeah,
a
I'll
like
have
daily
to look at
basis.
that another time.
But
Because I mostly just don't pay attention to names other than the handful that I do remember.
Yeah, I think I got to start doing that because I think one of these episodes was too many people, and I had to keep backtracking. I probably spent like 40 minutes on one episode. And like, I don't think I could do that.
I just don't care.
Yeah, a lot of them I feel like it doesn't matter, so I don't bother.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I feel like Paulu's gonna have a much better understanding of all the characters at the end, but I feel like I'm gonna have the same level of understanding of like the story and like the main characters, so I don't care
Yeah.
at the end.
fair
I just
enough.
thought it would
Yeah.
be funny to do what I'm doing.
No, yeah, you're doing
No,
No,
it
it's,
in a
yeah.
it's
funny
very,
way.
it's
It's
very
cool.
appreciated. I like it, Polo.
Yeah, same with like you could like map out where the progress. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, and then last comment for the first half of this, the fact that 20 to 30 million people died in this attack is just insane.
Everyone's just dead essentially. I mean, they even mentioned how like everyone in their prime in the Alliance side is like gone. Like they have like children working in the army now.
But yeah, like the decay of society that you see from like, yeah, everyone who's competent is just in the military. I think this was last week's set, but or last meeting's set. But no, the fact that like, yeah, the Alliance kind of is just fucked, and like the Empire's collapsing in a different way, but the Alliance is collapsing in like a democracy kind of way of collapse is very interesting.
Oh,
Yeah.
random number thing, by the way. They mentioned the Iserlon Fortress has 5 million
Oh,
people on it. But then they also say that there's a lot of planets that exist with smaller populations than that. So there are a lot of planets with fewer than 5 million total people on them.
Well, yeah, I don't think megacities are
yeah.
on most of these. I think it's like small settlements.
I comment.
5
I
million's
made a
tiny.
comment about that because they said 5 million, and then the size is 60 kilometers in diameter, and it can support 20,000 ships and 5 million people, and oxygen and food and medicine, and it's like, I don't think that fits. Like I don't think so.
Okay, there's you're barking up the wrong tree for what fortress to be mad at, Cribbles. There's another fortress I'm going to complain about later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just ignore the numbers is essentially the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The numbers don't mean anything, just it's big.
That's the autism in all of us.
I know. Um,
Oh, we got Poplin back. Poplin came back on episode 16. My boy Poplin,
Poplin back. Let's go.
Who?
the guy who doesn't understand social meanings behind betting on what side's gonna win. The guy who took
Who ripped the bill?
half and half. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I was confused who he was, and I was too scared
Yeah.
to look him up in case he's important later on.
I don't think he's important.
I
He's just
doubt it
awesome.
too, but
No, Poplin is one of my favorite of like the small side characters. I like his personality a lot. I think if I were to say who's my favorite side character on the Alliance, it is Shenkop, the Rosenritter guy, the melee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
him calling out people.
I don't know. I think he's kind of going to be set up to be more of a villain in the future.
Well, I think he's a very important person to Wen Li because he is not the wow, Wen Li is so amazing kind of guy, where he is questioning what Wen Li does, gives it suggestions to Wen Li that Wen Li does not take, but Wen Li still has it in his mind.
Yeah, like he's still they almost have a mutual respect for each other, even if they don't agree.
Yeah. And I think that is very important. And I think Wen Li as a character would respect that opinion and his way of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, but then moving on to the second half, the Kaiser just dying out of nowhere, no fanfare, no nothing. I wouldn't have called
yeah.
that.
Off-screen death.
Like
Don't even see it happen.
I was thinking Reinhardt taking over was gonna be like an episode 50 thing. This like bumped the timeline up considerably.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy that Fezin gets to decide who becomes the next emperor, huh?
That's
Yeah,
true. Yeah,
I
I
marked it
like how
down.
they were
They
just
are the real
predicting.
Jews.
Yeah, they are just space Jews. Spooky was right when he mentioned them being that.
Oh, and they also. Oh, I don't know if we mentioned this, but Earth exists. I didn't think Earth would be in this show.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
mentioned it
yeah.
before, but I didn't know if it was still
Uh,
like a known planet or if we just left it behind. But I guess that
I mean, it's
confirms
now a
it is in.
major.
yeah, or like
Yeah,
it
very
just
important.
disappeared or something, or is it wasteland like in Cowboy Bebop?
I like that Pheasant
Yeah.
only exists A to make a profit and B because there's some like mystical space cult that views the Earth as a holy land. It is so funny that is their entire motive.
And they're going to be like a major player going forward, it seems. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they're going to be
interesting.
pulling strings and doing more insidious things in the future than what they already were, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, we could get to the Earth cult later.
Yeah. But no, I guess the end of 16 just established our two main sides. Is Reinhardt basically becomes de facto one of the like top 3 people in the country, and
Yeah,
Wang Li now becomes in charge of Iserlon Fortress.
he became a marquis.
Yeah.
I do like we get Yang's crew now. I mean, Reinhardt already like established his crew in a previous episode of like here's all the people that are under him. Now Yang gets his entire crew as well.
But yeah, because Reinhardt was in a position to just like, here's a group of people. They're my people. I'm picking them. They weren't under me.
Yeah.
And I really like a lot of Wen Li's people too.
Yeah.
Oh, Actually, no, I need to bring that up later about
I just completely
what
forgot to bring my
Reinhardt
notes
said.
up. There you go. There you go, Polar. There's my notes. You can pause and read those. I forgot to bring them up.
Episode 17.
So yeah, for 17, we get some nice Alpha Seal lore, which is cool.
3D chess.
There is 3D
Yeah.
chess, and Wenli
Yeah.
is literally playing it.
How lewd.
I like the mind games of what this episode shows, where Reinhardt immediately comes up with a good tactic, and then Wenli immediately calls him on it the second they announce they're going to do a prisoner exchange. It's like, no, this is what they're going to do, but it's going to work because our politicians will fall for it.
Yeah, Yang's still on full control to be able to stop it.
Yeah, Wenli isn't constantly in a position where, I think objectively he is the smarter tactician of the two. He just is not in the position to do anything about Reinhardt's schemes. It always has to play the back foot to position himself to either survive the scheme or trick people into not doing things that will ruin his country.
So, on Easterlon really quickly, there's 5 million people living there. A lot of those are obviously just regular civilians. What happens when the Alliance took over? Are those civilians prisoners of war? They're not really, they're just civilians. They're not really...
No, I think they just okay, I guess new management.
Yeah, new
Are they just
currency,
under
new management.
But I guess, that just feels weird.
Okay, so let's say Canada takes over America right now. Is your day-to-day life going to be any different, Tiny?
Sure, I feel like this is slightly different though, because it's like a military complex. If you
They
live
Okay,
in a
don't live in a
military
Fribbles, you're on
compound,
your military submarine and Canada waltzes in and takes it over. You're still on it though. Does your day-to-day life change at all?
I think so. I think you're kicked out. You're not part of our
No,
military.
they're no, you work here now. This is your submarine, but we're in charge. We're painting over the American flags with Canadian ones.
Yeah, you're still
mean,
going to do your research.
Yeah, you'd think that the people would try to revolt. They
I
have
think
their
this
base family.
I think this is the plot of Sound of Music.
Well, they're not patriotic. They don't like their country. Why would they revolt?
In Easterlon, the
Yeah.
people who are in the fortress right on the edge of the enemy, I feel like they
those are
would.
civilians.
I think the consequence of being multi-planetary is people become they're patriotic for their location, but they're not Empire or Alliance specific patriotic as much. It's they don't care so much as long as their planet gets to keep being their planet, including the fortress. I just feel that's the mentality.
I guess with the boat analogy, you have to assume this is entirely just a medieval society. And so if your town gets taken over in medieval society, and it's oh, you're French now, they're gonna be okay, whatever.
Yeah, the only difference is where the horrible taxation money goes to.
Exactly.
It doesn't change your data. If anything, it might improve it. Who knows?
Ends up with Pheasant either way. So
yeah, Pheasant's literally shadow controlling you. I liked this episode though. I liked Wenli and Siegfried meeting. I thought that was.
Oh, I was really
cool
happy.
That Wenli's not going to meet Reinhardt until probably episode 90, let's say, end of series, if at all.
Yeah.
I like the fact that though they did meet by proxy by him meeting Siegfried. I thought that was a good thing to do early.
I always enjoy that.
I like Siegfried towards the Julian.
Sorry.
Yeah, I like that Siegfried immediately is oh, this is a 15-year-old kid. I'm gonna go say some nice words to him.
Yeah.
I liked that everyone on Wenli's side was just gossiping about how hot Siegfried and Reinhardt were. They were just openly thirsting over both of them. It's yeah, I guess they are pretty boys. Because a lot of the Alliance people are kind of more grizzled or I guess just normal people coded. Whereas Siegfried and Reinhardt are kind of just fabulous with capes.
Well, I mean, they were both noble people that didn't have to work growing up while in the Alliance.
No, that's exactly it.
The Alliance is the every man can do any position if he is able to. Another comment on society, on the different government systems, the different social systems. Yeah, I think this was one of the strongest episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I can agree to that.
We got to see a lot of Reinhardt's thoughts. We got to see Kershi Ice meet Wenli. We got the introduction to we got more Earth cult lore.
Yeah.
We learned that the Earth cult is going to try to place someone close to Wenli to understand what he's doing and maybe control him a bit.
Try to get him
Is
on
that the
their
Earth
side.
Cult? I thought that was just the coup people.
Well, the same people.
Same people.
Is it? I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I didn't get that shadowy group was Earth Cult.
Earth Cult's like pulling the strings for the coup.
Which is peasant.
Yeah, you have like a chain of puppeteers going on.
Yeah.
We got to see more Alpha Seal.
Yeah.
How Wenli became famous.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
He literally just was the only soldier that was still there, kinda. Everyone else just fucked off. He's like, yeah, okay, I guess I'll try to save everyone.
Yeah, he has a high sense of
Yeah.
responsibility.
Like, he is just a good
I
guy.
can see that. I can understand that where everyone's like, "Oh, it's too," which is very funny. That's El Facil, but it's too hard
Yeah.
to fix the problem. But then he just, like, oh fuck, I guess I'll try to fix it.
This is a new year on this episode.
I've not been keeping track of that. I probably should have.
This
No,
episode is 797 and 488.
Well, how
of the
much time has
space year.
passed since the start of the show?
1 year.
1 year. Okay. I didn't think it was that much time, but that makes sense.
Reinhardt is 20. Now he is 21.
Yeah, the time skips are still confusing to me when they're fighting. It's like, oh, it's only been 2 hours, and then 5 minutes later, it's been like 6 weeks. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They also don't explain, like, do they have FTL? Do they not have FTL? How much time lag is there between, like, them going places?
Yeah.
I don't know if the books explain that anymore.
Nope.
Okay. It is just just accept however long it takes kind of thing.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I have any
Google.
more comments about 17.
No, yeah, I was just I enjoyed 17 a lot.
17
I
was
didn't have
really good.
anything to say about it though.
And then we have 18.
18. Hilda's my favorite female character in the show. I really like her.
Hildegard.
We don't get much of her, but yeah.
She posts my notes for 18.
They bother mentioning her like a lot in the book. Like she's like I like the introduction. Yeah, so I was like, I wonder if she's going to be like a major character now.
I hope she is. I just really like that she's probably the most intelligent female character in the show that they've shown so far.
It seems like they're setting her up to be the Green Hill for Reinhardt.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Maybe.
But she literally just walks up to him and is like, yeah, so you're going to win. Here's why I think you're going to win. We will fully swear allegiance to you. Specifically noting that they're swearing to him, not to the Kaiser. So it's making it pretty clear. I think she knows that, like, okay, he's going to just take over and become in charge of everything.
Everyone knows that at this point.
Yeah, but she fully believes, like, yeah, he is going to win this, not only the Civil War, but also take over from the Kaiser. So I think they're setting up like she's going to be one of the loyal nobles on his faction once he gains control of the system.
So also I noted throughout, I mentioned this on episode 18, but I believe throughout the entirety of even to episode 20, we don't ever see Lichtenlod, do we? The other guy that is sort of on Reinhardt's side?
No, we do not.
What is he? What do you think he's doing? What do you think he thinks of Reinhardt just taking over kind of everything on his own?
I have no idea.
Because he went to Reinhardt. The concept is that he asked Reinhardt for help.
If I was that guy, I'd be pretty happy. I didn't have to do any work, and I won.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be jealous. Same with like the guy who's jealous about Wenli, like being only 20 and then being the high rank of a 40-year-old kind of deal. So maybe, yeah, I don't know. I feel like since they brought that up already before about a young guy being better than other people, I wonder if there will be conflict between the two, Liechtenstein or whoever.
They're trying to draw parallels.
I mean, there's
between...
probably going to be multiple like internal conflicts still, even after Reinhardt takes over, because I can't see this being just probably what 80 episodes of just Reinhardt versus Wen Li, no other internal conflict. Also, hey Spooky.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, Spooky.
We're on episode 18 of the discussion.
Okay. I'm gonna quickly rewatch the first 20 seconds to remind myself which episode 18 was.
I'll be honest. I had one comment on episode 18. I have no idea what it was. I was skimming Pika's notes trying to figure it out, and
Well,
I
18
think
was the one they introduced
think...
Hilda, and the Civil War is basically started.
Oh, that
assassinate
one.
Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Empire Civil War.
Yeah, Reinhardt's got
okay.
fucking plot armor at the ass.
Yeah, I don't know. Other than the fact that I really liked Hilda, and this is the start of the Civil War, I didn't have too much to say about this episode.
They didn't capture that many nobles.
No, they only got
I thought Reinhardt
10% of them, or 20% of them.
Yeah, I thought Reinhardt would do better.
I mean, they basically got the first strike, though. Reinhardt did call them on it, and it's like, yeah, we were prepared. The second you attempted your assassination, we have justification. We're arresting all of you.
Reinhardt didn't want to strike first, so...
Yeah, so he literally was like, yeah, they are going to try to assassinate me. 99% locked in. We're going to stop them and then arrest all of them. And then he did just get a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah. I now I remember this. Yes. Okay.
I like that they weren't even going to assassinate him, but the one guy just was not willing to not do it. And he's like, no, we can end this right now. We got to kill him.
That guy had a point.
He had a point.
Too
If they
ambitious.
assassinated Reinhardt, A, very different show going forward, but B, that probably would have like won them the Civil War.
Wait,
Yeah.
does the show become more or less gay if he were to get killed? Like, does the...
Way less. Well, hold on.
Well,
No, just
it's
what's
still
the face just immediately start like riding the cock carousel elsewhere?
It depends if like the next episode after that, someone's consoling him at the fountain or not.
All right,
I gotta make a trip to the fountain. Gotta stock
guys.
up on
Series
boyfriend.
ends. Wen Li and Reinhardt. Wen Li captures all the way to Odin.
To the fountain. They have a battle at the fountain.
Right. Wen Li has a gun pointed at Reinhardt. Reinhardt kicks the gun. They trip into the fountain. That's how.
Fake out.
If the final battle is at the fountain, I will just like cry. That would be the most exciting way for this club to.
It fades to black as their lips come closer together.
Fuck, I can't say this. No, because I had at this point when I watched the first time, I had a theory, but I can't say it because it ended up coming true. So.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say something bad.
Look, all the characters are very gay.
Reinhardt now commands all
Homoerotically.
of the fleets.
Yeah, he's now rules all three
he's
fleets. So
Supreme Commander, the Imperial Fleet High Commander, and then Reinhardt also calls the Rebel Fleet, the Lipstadt League, the Rebel Fleet instead.
Which is specifically what they call the Alliance as well.
Yeah.
Just to like.
Weird. They mentioned that's like specifically what they call the Alliance, right?
Yeah. No, he does that specifically. It's like, yeah, we are tarnishing your name. You are not a real force. You are no better than our like sworn enemy.
It's just weird. That's not in the book at all. The book they call him something completely different.
Oh. That's interesting. I like what they did in the anime. I thought that was very.
No, I completely agree. I completely agree. I think the anime is a lot better in that sense. They call them like barbarians or something in the book.
Huh.
I guess. Okay, that does make sense with their whole like Roman.
Yeah, like that also makes sense, but I
LARPing.
like what they did in the anime slightly more.
Calling them barbarians.
It was barbarians and usurpers. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
Alright.
I liked Reinhardt's laugh at the end of episode 18. He had a very like evil laugh.
It's
Yeah, Fork returns in episode 19.
The true fork is back, and he does something. He
Yeah.
kills / and or just shoots the admiral of the alliance.
Yeah,
That was fine.
I know. Yeah, I
It
would
kind of
believe
shocked me.
people. Like,
So this is another episode I really
Yeah.
liked. I really liked some of the character stuff they did in this episode, especially with Greenhill's dad.
yeah, Green Hill not getting sacked as well. Like
I don't
like the
understand it though, because okay, the entire coup happens because the war's going on and destroying their society. So why are the people who take over the coup even more pro-war? How does that make sense? Like the people are not going to be okay with that.
I don't
Uh,
think it's like they're just unhappy, but I don't think they're anti-war necessarily. They just think the government is useless.
Yeah.
I don't understand how like no civilians are going to be okay with an even more pro-war group coming in.
I mean, it's a mix of like the human cult, Earth cult, like conspiring to push them ways, and also
Yeah, no, that's true.
I think it is just like a bunch of the military guys angry at the current government. Because that's specifically what Greenhill's dad says. He's like, yeah, I'm only on doing this because they were going to do this anyways, and they need someone who like is a senior member reining them in so that they don't just like rape and pillage or whatever they were gonna do.
Yeah, I really like Mr. Greenhill's characterization this episode.
Yeah, it's alright.
by the way, was this is me being stupid, but was Mr. Greenhill the one that Reinhardt pushed to make the coup?
No.
No,
No.
No.
Okay.
that was
Who's
that
that?
was
Side.
that was
That was
Lynch.
a nobody.
that was Lynch.
Was that a is? Okay, is that a nobody?
That guy was
or
just introduced,
Yeah, he was
and he was
introduced.
part of Alpha Seal.
He was introduced in episode 18.
He
Oh,
was
okay,
he was
okay.
Wen Li's original commander.
Oh, okay, I see.
At Alpha
And-
Seal.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
yeah.
Alpha Seal.
pre-anime
Yeah.
commander.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what that's where connection was. Okay.
Yeah, he's also the one older than Wen Li by a considerable bit.
Oh, bye, Spooky.
Welcome back,
Hi, Spooky.
All right,
Spooky.
let's talk about their laws they wanted.
Oh.
Abolish welfare.
Hold on.
Amazing.
Goodbye,
Based,
base.
yeah.
No free the no free
free
speech for
speech.
politics.
No, sorry, can you say that?
Yeah, see, I
Death
don't
penalty
see how the people will not just rise up. There's not going to be like a mass revolution from this.
Uh-oh.
This
I
just
guess
seems
that's
like
how it is, guys.
It seems like a shitpost we would make.
Yes.
Yeah, like here's our list of dictate. Oh, Spooky left. Damn. You might be having mic issues, perhaps. No.
Okay, I think it's working again. Maybe.
I can hear
You're
you.
back.
We can hear
Yes.
you.
Okay.
We
Nope.
get Wen Li's
Fucking
confirmed
no.
age this episode.
It's true.
Wen Li is
Yeah.
30.
He old. He unk.
This is what I get for updating my drivers.
Damn. Spooky's
Just gonna
dying.
sit
Yeah.
here.
He's canonically old.
Wen Li is useless below the neck, so sorry, Greenhill and Edwards. Sorry, Reinhardt.
I think it's interesting they bring up the Rosenritter guy, I forget his name. Reinhardt's
Chekhov?
better at strategy, but Yang's better at tactics. Yang's better in the moment, but Reinhardt's better at controlling the battlefield and overall strategy.
No, I think Wenli is
Yeah.
the better like tactician for sure. And I think like in his hypothetical that guy gave her, like, oh, if you had equal stuff, you'd win. I probably agree with him. I think Wenli would win. I also think that Reinhardt is the type that wouldn't let him get the equal position, which is why
Yeah.
it's a fair fight.
It's a cool analysis, though.
No, that was a good analysis by that guy, and I like that Wen Li just looked at him after
yeah.
he said, "Oh, you should let them kill the politicians so you can take over," and said, "Never say that again,
Yeah.
and don't tell anyone else this."
Yeah, come on,
Yeah.
Wen Li. You can become dictator if you want to. Come on.
I was gonna say, like, he's like the Oberstein. It's the start of the Yang Wen-Li corruption arc.
I really like Shen Kop. He is by far my favorite person on Wen Li's side.
Also, just because I have to mention it, there is a direct quote that is used in Fire Emblem when he says, Yang Wenli doesn't fight battles he cannot win. That is directly stated in Fire Emblem 8 with the character Ephraim.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to
I'm
replay
like,
all
oh
the
my
Fire
gosh.
Emblems after this.
Dude, yeah, you're making me want to play Fire Emblem too. I played a bunch, but I never listened to any of the stories. I mashed A past every story.
Well, it's been so
I mean,
long
most
since
of
I
the
played
stories are
it.
not.
Fire
The
Emblem
stories
Book
are not
Club
as good
after.
as this.
Yeah, Fire Emblem Book
What's
Club
that?
next.
The stories are not as
Oh.
good as this. They're definitely not. It's just
Yeah.
there's just a lot of references.
They're passable stories for game conduits for the gameplay usually.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see this coup working out for any of them, and obviously it won't because Yang's going to win. But
I think
it seems poorly planned out.
I think the coup is mostly, as they said, younger military people, and then all of their like the fact that Greenhill's dad's there is specifically like, yeah, this was happening with or without me taking their side. I kind of need them to not like destroy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the comments I had that I thought was a little upsetting or a little disappointing is that both sides had a civil war at the same time. So that's not that I can't have the Alliance trying to fix their civil war and getting attacked by Reinhardt at the same time. Like I
Well,
feel like
yeah,
that
but
would have been
that's because Reinhardt did that on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Reinhardt didn't know that he was going to have a civil war. I don't
Yeah, he
think,
did.
or is
Yeah, he
that?
did.
Oh,
He knew
that's
he was
the entire
going
thing.
to. That's why he
Because-
pushed to have one for the Alliance.
Yeah,
oh,
that's the
because
entire
he
thing.
was he. Well, shut up.
No, I feel like
I
this is a
think-
situation where the Empire would have been fine if it was just them having a civil war, but if the Alliance was having a civil war, Reinhardt would have just like swept in and took it. So
Yeah.
kind of a writing constraint. They had to have them both have a civil war, otherwise Reinhardt would just win.
I guess, yeah. I guess it would be interesting, just hard tactics, but
I also just like the parallels between the two.
But yeah, they're
Yeah,
constantly
for sure.
doing that where they're constantly just showing, oh, both of these guys are kind of in a similar situation.
Here's how they react.
and how they handle it differently.
Okay, so episode 20 is insane. Just in
Okay,
terms of everything. I don't even know where to start.
so you complained about the Iserlon Fortress. Let's talk about the Gairsburg Fortress.
No.
Look, this one doesn't have Thor's hammer. It's completely different.
No, it has
one
an
that's
X-ray beam
almost-
gun.
Almost like on par.
Yeah, but
it's like a third
it's
as
different
powerful.
though. It's not called the same thing. We're good.
What is funny is that on episode 17, I wrote down like, couldn't they just make another Easterlon fortress? And then episode 20, oh, they can.
they probably have like dozens of them.
What if we build another one and just run it into the other one?
I think Iserlon's only special because it's the like galactic
Mid-
highway super bridge between
Yeah,
Yeah.
parts of the
it's
galaxy.
a critical point.
That's
I
the
feel like
Midway
both
Island.
sides probably have several fortresses like those.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay, axes are not good melee weapons.
I like that
okay,
it's just
that-
all medieval axe combat. That is really
Nobody
fun.
It was
uses
like-
axes in any historical battle ever.
Well, it used to be
They're
medieval
cool.
spear
You're
combat.
so cool.
Well, axes are better than swords.
Maybe,
in Fire,
but still.
in Fire Emblem.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
Fire
wait,
Emblem's
not true.
Wait,
Fire
That's not
wait,
true.
it's not true. It's the other way
Yeah.
around. Oh, it's
Yeah, it's the other-
spears.
Spears.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Swords beat axes beat spears.
I like how spears would make more sense to just have as their
They
internal
would.
combat thing, but they're just using axes.
I
Like-
thought spears were just
Okay.
better than swords in general.
Yeah, spears are the only weapon used in history, like ever.
Spears
Yeah,
are both like you
yeah.
can throw them. You have extra reach. They are just objectively really good.
Easy to
The type of
use.
swords that actually got used in battle were not. You think of like fancy, like shitter short swords. But yeah, they were spears. Were the only thing that
Yeah, like 99% of battle
Yeah.
was spears for a reason. Well,
Also-
bows, but include melee battle.
They also have literal crossbows.
Also, they have crossbows, but I mean,
These are sci-fi
They-
people.
they also
Literal
have guns.
crossbows, I mean,
they also have guns.
they have guns, but they're using crossbows. Is my point.
And laser guns.
Well, hold
They-
on. That's because of the particles. The
yeah, you never know
And
if
the
someone's
pitfall
spilled
trap.
mystical particles that can explode on contact, so you have to use low-tech weapons.
And then they have
Yeah,
a
the-
pitfall trap.
You know what? I choose to believe that fuck, what's the gas called?
Zephyr
particles.
Zephyr particles.
They like rust metal, so you can't use swords, and that's why they're using axes. And also, they like negate spears somehow. Don't question it.
Well, no, it's because spear combat used to be huge, but now everyone's trained in the way of the axe to deflect the spears.
It's true.
Give it like 100 years, it's gonna be way of the sword.
Yeah, I choose to believe like because this is like a 300-year-long battle or 150-year. Every 50 years, they just switch up what melee weapon they use, and we're on the axe arc. But I like that this is just a ground combat episode between them and the barbarian king.
Yeah.
And he just keeps fucking them up until they use the basic strategy of, oh, let's just make a Tom and Jerry pitfall trap.
I wrote Looney Tunes Pitfall.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that? Why was that? Why?
It just works. It just makes sense. Yeah. Big dumb
it's
guy, you make a
tactics.
giant pitfall.
Oh, I know.
I think painting the tunnel on the side of the wall was a little bit cartoonish, but you know, if it works.
If they
How'd
did
they
that
dig
and it
it? How'd
worked,
they
that
dig
would have
it
been
so
awesome.
fast? They have like laser shovels?
Yeah, I get. They use
Well,
Zephyr
no, because the
particles to,
Zephyr
like,
particles.
mine through the ground.
Zephyr
Yeah.
particles shovel? No way.
What I liked about this episode is the two people Reinhardt trusts were the people that saved his sister
Yeah.
with PHIJKCHU-pikachu, which is a nice callback to that episode. That hey, these are just Reinhardt's most trusted two.
Yeah. And to call back to what I said earlier in the meeting before everyone else joined, him getting irrationally angry when his sister was insulted just further cements my idea that, yeah, I'm pretty sure that Siegfried's going to die and then Reinhardt is going to go over the edge, and that's how Wenley wins at the end.
Yeah.
Because there's no one to stop him from getting overly emotional.
I do have to go now, so goodbye. Finish the
Alright.
meeting without me.
See you, Tiny.
See you, Tiny.
See you, Tiny.
We did hit every episode, so that was good.
Yeah, right at the end.
I like Oberstein's plan of just hey, make it so this guy, the most loyal guy,
Yeah.
seems like a traitor.
Make him not
That
a
was
martyr.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that would just happen. It's like, oh, why the fuck are you like? They killed all your like lesser men and everyone else. Why are you back? How did that happen?
I felt
Like we know you
straight
got
out
captured.
of oh,
That's
straight
actually
out of
big IQ play right
1984.
there.
Yeah, and I like the
Yeah.
justification. It's like, no, if we kill him, they're gonna be like, see, they killed our brave warrior. But if they kill him, they can't do that because now they're like, oh, well, shit, he was just a traitor.
Yeah, the most trusted, loyal guy is a traitor.
Literal
That means
meathead
anybody.
who just hates them joined
Yeah.
their side. What happens
Maybe
to the
we are
rest of
wrong.
us? Not even a matter of being wrong. It's just like, oh fuck. Well, if that guy joins them, then like, can I really trust anyone else around me?
Overall, I think this is the strongest set of episodes we've had.
No, easily. I think without question. Last set was also pretty good. This set's the best one though. I think we
Yeah.
are like. I think the earlier episodes were just setting things up, and now we're building momentum. So I'm curious to see
Oh,
if it keeps getting better.
I still
Yeah.
think we are setting up.
We still are. We're in the. That was like the prologue, and now we're in the
Yeah.
prologue, where like the actual thing is once Wenley and Reinhardt both command their nations fully.
I did call out the heterochromia before the show did.
Yeah, he has homophobic eyes. I don't know. So for Spooky and Siren, was there anything in the earlier episodes before you guys joined that you guys wanted to talk about?
No, I don't think so. No.
No, you're satisfied, Siren?
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
And Spooky's having mic issues, so he probably can't actually answer, but that's fine.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm excited for future episodes because it seems like everything's finally set up and now things are progressing.
Yeah. So I
agree.
guess more like administrative things. I think we don't try to get every single person in every book club meeting. We still aim for it, but maybe if like one or two people
quorum.
can't show up, I'm recording these anyways. You can just watch the meeting notes.
I'm busy this weekend, just to let you guys know. So
Okay. I mean,
Not-
we don't even have like a full week to watch all the episodes by the weekend anyways, like we usually do. But early
Yeah,
next
do
week,
some-
maybe we could do a meeting. Your spooky sound is just
No.
fucked. And maybe Spooky will fix his drivers by next meeting. We'll see.
And that's the end of the episode.
Remember,
Oh,
not Polar, Pyrrhic.
Pirate.
You got to
Pyrrhic.
comment the secret code word that Paulu said at exactly 12 minutes and 52 seconds in, so we know you watched. Bye-bye.